Alright guys, we're back at it here. Next on the agenda is see if we can rig up something for a power window regulator. So first things first, I'm going to get this mounted in the car, and I can determine the location of the motor. Make sure it's not going to interfere with any of the moving parts or any of the door framing. So once I get this installed, I can position the motor around it and see where it fits best. So I'll bring you guys back when I get this in. Alright, I got the regulator installed with the tracks. Everything is in but the glass. Let's throw this crank on here. And judging by the which way the crank works, it goes to the up position. So everything down on this corner here looks like it's going to be the best location. Because I think that's going to clear. So if I put the motor coming this way on a tilt down, that might be what we're looking for. Now, I'm not worried if I have to modify this opening of the door, as long as I get the motor situated in there where it's not going to come in contact with anything. So it is a pretty thin unit, so I think what I'm going to do now is separate this gear from that bracket and take the regulator back out, remove that counter spring, and I'll pop the rivets off the gear mechanism here. I got that spring off. I did it outside. Had a lot of spring tension to it, so you guys got to be careful when you're taking that off. Especially don't do it around your project or have your face too close around it. So now that we got the tension off, I can go ahead and drill out these rivets. Alright, so we got the hand crank off. Now let's take this guy apart and see what we can utilize off this. Alright, so what I did was I cut the center section off of that guy there where the window crank sat. Mounted the motor with some shims, and I got it hooked up, so we'll just give it a roll here. It looks like it's going to work pretty good. So what I did was I just used some nuts in between the motor and the frame to give me the proper spacing. So what I'm going to do is probably pick up some steel tubing, and I'll actually make proper size spacers for in there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to extend it over to here. Make sure we get a nice good grab from it. But right now I'm going to put it back in the car, make sure the motor clears everything. I think I may have to modify that one bracket for the one track. It's not going to alter the track in any way, but it will it should fit. So now we'll give that a whirl, and I'll bring you guys back. Well, looks like that motor is not going to work. Although I did have it working pretty good. These do not come in a right or a left. They only come in the one position. So I can get them to work on the one side, but when I flip them to the other side, they'll be sticking in the up position, and it's not going to work out. So I went back to Princess Auto and I picked up this motor here, and this one comes in a right and a left, so I'll be able to point these motors down for either side, but I will have to use the right side motor on the left side and the left side motor for the right side. So to get these ones mounted, I made this plate that I got to weld onto here, because the mounting surface is a lot bigger than on this one, on that motor. So I gotta beef this up a little bit so I can get at least the 2 bolts. The third one is gonna sit over the crank gear, so I can't see me bolting that to anything, so hopefully the 2 bolts will be good enough. And if not, then I'll have to come up with something else. So, alright, I'll show you a little bit more when I get there. Alright, got that piece welded on. We'll just tack it into place. I got a couple shims, spacing it out. And it seems like it's pretty tight on there, so I'll give her a whirl. Yeah, now we're going to fit that in the car and see if it clears everything. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alright, got the regulator installed. The only modifications I had to do was drill a bigger hole for the nut here and there. And this track right there, I just had to modify it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I had to cut it a little bit just so the motor would clear it. Still has its, it's still going to work just fine, but let's give her a try here. So what I'm going to do now is put the glass in and see how it holds up. I think the only problem I'm going to have is getting that spring back on. I'll have to try to do that without killing myself. That thing's got a ton of tension on it. But I'm going to put the glass in and I'll be able to try here real quick. Alright guys, I got the window glass in and I ran into a problem with, I'll show you guys on this side. The window bracket has a bump stop on the other side that was hitting the motor in the down position right here. So I swapped the motor out for the other one and I have it sitting right here. So this looks like it's going to clear everything. And this might work. I just have to fine tune it. I just got everything just, you know, loosely fit in there, so I haven't actually adjusted everything. I don't have my belt molding or my felt molding yet for the door and the glass, so I don't have any of the felt holding this up, but it is working and it's working pretty good, so we'll give her a shot here. So that's it. And then reverses down, and so what I'm going to do now is pull that regulator back out. I got to finish welding that brace on, and I think that's going to be it. I'll reinstall it after that, try to fine tune it as much as I can, and if everything is good after that, then I can just duplicate everything onto that door and probably get started on the quarter glass the same way. So alright, I got it all back together. I welded up the that front brace. I installed the spring. Wasn't as bad as I thought, so that's good. I got it somewhat positioned. All the bolts are tight. I haven't lubed anything because I want to clean everything up before I reassemble this thing for good. But so let's take a look, see how she works. So that's up. That's down. So there we go. So alright, I'm going to get this other side going, and then I'm going to have to find my rear regulators that are in the shed, so I'll pull them out. Alright, I guess that's it for now, so thanks for watching.